Hondas slowly making their way in the background. It's a train behind Harris Roberts. It will be Tom Holden, though, starting the junior Rotax second heat from pole position. He'll have Isle of Man driver Jaden Hewitt alongside. Melissa Adrian starts in P3 with Heat 1 winner Jacob Dukes alongside. Bartek Filipiak starts 5th with Curtis Latimer in 6th place. Nicholas Ellis starts 7th with Maximus Shields sharing the 4th row. James Waring and Sam Stoner are on row 5 in front of Tristan Powell and Harry Hurst Grover. And then the 85 of Ollie Naylor completes your runners. Having a quick look at the live chat. So we mentioned earlier, lots of support coming in for Jack Collinson, and he managed to take a fantastic P3 in that opening Honda Cadet. Sabrina's been saying good luck to Ayrton number 18. That'll be for Ayrton Rye. Here we are then for our junior Rotax as we have a walk down the grid. There's number 7 of Nicholas Ellis, who finished inside the top 3 in 2nd place in the first race of the day with the 28 of James Waring. And, his first CKC event, having partaken in 2 previous junior Rotax races at Hooton Park. So this is his first event on the national stage. And right at the back, a big thumbs up from one of our youngest junior Rotax drivers, Ollie Naylor. So we have a swoop round the back of the cherry red and blue helmet of Harry Hurst Grover. Next up there, we'll see Sam Stoner. In front of him, we should have Maximus Shields, the gold and red helmet. And then right down towards the front, we'll have the rest of our front row. Don't know if we've got a cart to collect or whether we're just waiting for some carts to be cleared out of Parc Fermé before we get this race going for our junior Rotax runners, as we see Jaden Hewitt there going off the front row in the number 18 Cartel Motorsport kart. And, we'll give him some props because he's taken one of the Alchemy Car Care stickers, one of the sponsors' logos, and put that on the side, which is always greatly appreciated. So great work there from Jaden Hewitt, representing the championship sponsors as our juniors make their way round. Now, it took us 3 opportunities to get this race going in heat number 1. Let's see whether we can do it at the first time of asking this time round as they make their way round. It's not always easy when you've got quite a tight corner on the outside with the pole sitter on the outside. You know, the final corner's quite tight. The pole sitter then, when they're going slowly, still has to go almost twice the distance all the way around the outside with the driver on the inside. So we'll see how we go. They're already into 2x2 formation already as they make their way through the Dell complex at the far end of the circuit and then down the back straight, still weaving to try and get some temperature into those tyres, although I'm fairly sure the sun is helping out no end here at Llandow as we head towards the best part of 30 degrees. Into the tram lines they come then. The green is down. We're away and racing in Junior Max heat number 2, and it's a good start from the 37 all the way around the outside into position. Everybody makes it through as Sam Stoner gets a bit of snap oversteer in the exit out of the hook as they make their way through, and it is Jacob Dukes from 4th place leading the way already as they're Ollie Naylor and looks like it was James Waring there, potentially just crossing paths down towards the McWerthers complex of corners. Through they come then, it's Tom Holden in 2nd place as they head through the Dell and onto the back straight. So it's Dukes leading the way then from Tom Holden. Move out of the slipstream now by Nicholas Ellis, but he's too far back on Melissa Adrian to do anything about the driver of the 10 in front. They make their way through the complex of corners for the tight complex for the first time, really under proper race conditions. It's always a bit tighter on that opening lap as everybody's squabbling for positions, as now we see Max Shields try to get to the inside of Melissa Adrian down at Chandler's, and Shields is through. That'll move him up into 5th place, I think, because we count them through, and it's going to be 6th because Nicholas Ellis is already through and up onto the back of this train for the lead. Tom Holden right on the back of Jacob Dukes, who hasn't managed to move away. Now there's a move down the inside from Sam Stoner on the inside of Bartek Filipiak, and Tristan Powell tried to get the same run out of that corner, and now will try a similar move into the hook, but didn't have the run, having been balked on exit around the Raymond's hairpin. And there's a huge chunk of curb there by what looks like is the 18. Let's have a quick look at Hewitt potentially, although he is actually running it right at the front, so I'm not quite sure. It could have been the 28 of James Waring, because Ollie Naylor managed to take full advantage on the way out of the hook and got a good run up to the double left at Surtees. The top 5 still nose to tail. Shields is now starting to break away ever so slightly from Melissa Adrian, but really needs this lot to start battling, as down the inside comes Tom Holden, although then we'll lose a few cart lengths because Jacob Dukes managed to just run that one all the way through. Holden, good showing thus far for the 87. The top 5 all nose to tail then as they make their way through. But less than a second between them. With Dukes leading from, I think we've got a half spin there from Curtis Latimer in the 56. That's going to drop him 2, 3, 4 places through behind Tristan Powell. Might lose another one to Sam Stoner, and then another one to Ollie Naylor. So 6 places, unfortunately, for Curtis Latimer. That's going to drop him down to 11th place. Now there is a leading trio as they head down the back straight towards Raymond's. Harry Hurst-Grover there in that blue helmet, the number 14 cart, and right on the back of our race leader is Tom Holden. So they make their way round Surtees towards the right-hander at McWorthers. Holden, so far, has certainly had the pace to keep with Jacob Dukes. Had that half move a few laps ago, trying to get through down the inside into this corner we're coming to at the moment at Raymond's. Was once again in the slipstream, but elects not to pop out and try a move. But the field noticeably closer this time. It's showing on timing that Sam Stoner is leading. It's definitely Jacob Dukes. With Holden, then Jaden Hewitt, Nicholas Ellis and Max Shields. Your top 5 with Melissa Adrian, Bartek Filipiak and Tristan Powell in front of Ollie Naylor and Curtis Latimer. And it looks like, in fact, I think Stoner's actually in 10th in front of Naylor, but the timing is showing that he's currently leading the way. That is definitely not the case. As we saw him earlier on taking advantage of the half spin from Curtis Latimer. Dukes now once again being shown as your leader, which is correct on track, with Holden in 2nd place. Hewitt is 3rd, but has dropped away ever so slightly after the earlier half spin sort of broke up a bit of the field, with Latimer, who at the time was running in 4th place. So the field spread now a little bit further, because at the time it was 5 carts nose to tail, which at the time was Dukes, Holden, Hewitt, Ellis and Latimer. Latimer now down, being classified in 10th place, in front of Harry Hurst-Grover and James Waring. Sam Stoner being shown as a lap down, but was in that battle with Naylor earlier on. So we'll try and keep an eye out to see if he's still there as he comes through. We're looking for a black helmet, as there's Ollie Naylor trying to make a move down the inside of Bartek Filipiak and gets alongside on exit, and through goes Ollie Naylor on Filipiak. There's Sam Stoner with the black helmet in front of Harry Hurst-Grover, so that will have him classified in 11th place. Confirmation that Naylor is through on Filipiak there, as he goes green with Filipiak showing on red on their numbers. 4.5 minutes remaining. That's going to be half race distance for our race runners here in this one. Just having a quick chat and checking the live chat. Apologies if you are having a few issues with it lagging and pausing every now and again. We have had a few internet issues here at Llandow. Hopefully we've managed to get those sorted, but thank you for sticking with us here in the south of Wales. And please do get in touch, and we thank everybody that has so far. 3.5 minutes remaining, just when the leader will come over in around about 20 seconds time. Still only 0.3 of a second between Dukes and Holden though at the moment, as they head down towards the end of the lap here at Llandow. Shields still in front of Melissa Adrian. Now they've got the 88 of Tristan Powell and Ollie Naylor joining them for company, as Naylor has managed to move away from Bartek Filipiak and join the battle in front. So Shields in 5th place. Adrian with a good showing. As I say, this is her first CKC event since moving into juniors. Powell closes up into Mac Werthers, but manages to can't get on the power early enough to get alongside down towards Chandler's. It really is a 2-corner overtake that. You sort of stick the nose down the inside into one and get the job complete down at the far end of the track. So it's a 2-pronged overtake as Ellis tries a move down the inside of Jaden Hewitt. He's closed him in, and there's Ollie Naylor down the inside of Tristan Powell. He moves Naylor then up into 7th place. Is there anything you can do about Melissa Adrian? Yes, there is. Through at the hook, so it's 2 in 2 corners for Ollie Naylor, and he is through. Not sure whether Adrian outbraked into there and opened the door, but Naylor didn't need 2 invitations to come through, and now Max Shields, who's managed to hold off the pack, has a different character behind him. Let's see whether Naylor can get through, and he's definitely alongside down there at Chandler's. Ollie Naylor's on a charge, and he's through into the Dell, and Ollie Naylor has made up 3 places in just under 3/4 of a lap here, and is on a charge. Whether he's got enough to close in the 2.5 seconds to Hewitt and Ellis, I don't know. It's going to be a big ask in 1 minute and 50 seconds, but Ollie Naylor has the bit between his teeth at the moment and has moved all the way through. Max Shields, Melissa Adrian and Tristan Powell in the last lap, and he's already now starting to move away from the 181 of Shields, who is getting a little bit of oversteer there down at Surtees. Powell is down the inside of Melissa Adrian, although doesn't get the run out of the corner, and Adrian holds on to what is now 6th place. Naylor balked and has just gone from Max Shields. Down the back straight they go. The gap was roughly 2.3 on that previous lap. I'm not sure we've had a timing update again on that previous one, but we'll see whether it does this time. Dukes are still leading the way though from Holden and Hewitt. Ellis is in 4th place. It's now Ollie Naylor up into 5th, as we get that confirmation now on the screen with Shields, and in fact we get confirmation as well that Ellis has got past Jaden Hewitt for 3rd place. So it's been a good showing so far today from Nicholas Ellis in the 7. It's going to be the 2nd time if he brings this one home that he's going to have finished the heats in the top 3, which is going to be solid points. Holden is still on the back of Jacob Dukes, and with 43 seconds remaining, this will be the penultimate lap as the timer drops even further as it updates over start finish. 20 seconds remaining, so it will be the last lap board next time. Holden's going to need to make a move early, because this is where Jacob Dukes is going to start defending and parking that number 34 car on the apex. Just got to stop Holden getting the run out of the corners, really. Certainly as they head towards the Dell, which is the corner they're coming to here. Just got to try and bolt the exit. Stop Holden getting a good one unless you know that you're going to get a good one, which looks like Dukes has this time. Holden not close enough into the right-hander at the bottom of the track. Look over the shoulder quickly from Dukes, sees the last lap board as they come through. There's the battle for 3rd place. Behind them, Ollie Naylor is closing in, but will run out of laps by the look of things here. Dukes has got a gap of 2 or 3 kart lengths on under braking. That opens up on the way out. And, Tom Holden, who was within a 10th or so on the previous lap. The gap's opened up slightly, which is going to give more respite for Jacob Dukes. They head down this back straight towards Raymond's hairpin for the final time. Cuts to the inside, defends then from Tom Holden, who can't get alongside, and Jacob Dukes is going to make it 2 wins from 2 heats here then in the Cadet and Junior Kart Championship. Holden will get 2nd place in front of Ellis, Hewitt and Naylor, the top 5, with Max Shields in 6th, with Melissa Adrian, Tristan Powell, Curtis Latimer and Harry Hurst Grover being shown in 10th place.